Yo, it's overtflow. What's going on, you guys? How are you guys doing today? First things first about the gameplay. It's gonna be something that's cool in the background. I'm actually just recording this right now, kind of on a whim. I was actually in my bed about to sleep, and I was talking to one of my friends who no longer lives here. We used to train together. I know that you guys, a lot of you guys know, I do fighting stuff. I do a lot of fighting stuff. I mainly do jiu-jitsu as of right now. Jiu-jitsu is like, if you guys watch the UFC, it's what happens on the ground. It's like wrestling. It's a type of grappling with chokes and submission locks and things of that nature. And I have a pretty cool story for you guys, so I figured I would share it with you. I was about to go to bed, but you know what? I was in my bed talking to my friend about this, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get up, share it with my YouTube friends. Like I say, you guys are like my family, man. You guys are like my family guy, right? You know, you guys are my friends, and I like to share stuff with you. You know, I like to share stories with you about life and everything. So for sure, make sure you guys leave a like on this video, bros. I would appreciate it, man. I mean, I honestly, dude, it means a lot to me. Like, every like means a ton, more than you guys would expect. You guys think, oh, it's just a button click, but for real though, like, it's cool. It's fun, and it's great, and everybody wins, and makes me feel good. And I'm a little bit tired, so you know, shoot, man. I'm just gonna talk to you guys like I would talk to my friends if I was telling this story right now, with me being tired. So you know what I mean? So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it for sure. What's up, flows? Don't you knows I love all of you. Alright, guys, so I was training jiu-jitsu the other night. Jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, my friend. You choke their neck, you arm bar, you get the victory for sure, my friend. And I was training, and there was this dude there, right? And now me, I am about 5'11". Right now I'm about 205 pounds. I am Mexican and Italian and a bunch of other stuff thrown in there. So yeah, you know, give you an idea of what I look like. Oh, if you guys actually don't follow me on Instagram, you guys. I'm like 5 followers off of 500 followers on Instagram, which is cool. I'll link that in the description below, for sure. And so anyways, that's about what I look like, okay? I've been training jiu-jitsu for about 8 years on and off now. I've been going hard at it for the past 4 years, I suppose. And I'm moderately decent, I would say. And this guy is there, and he's just, you know, I asked him how long he's been training. He's like, oh, a few months, man, a couple months. I was like, all right, cool. Well, do you want to roll? Do you want to spar? Do you want to spar with me, man? And remember, this is strictly grappling. There's no strikes involved, nothing like that. It's just grappling. Whoever gets dominant positions, whoever chokes the other guy to the point of tapping or gets you in a joint lock, an arm bar, or something like that. Most of you should be aware of what that stuff is. I mean, it's pretty mainstream now. And anyways, I was like, would you like to go? And he was like, yeah, man. He was like, yeah, sure, we'll go. And he seemed alright. I think that he has to be maybe like an inch taller than me, so I'm guessing he was about 6 foot. He was a black dude. He was 32 years old, 33 years old, something like that. And he told me, I forget what it was, but he was over 30 years old. And he probably weighed about 185 pounds if I had to guess. And, you know, relatively well built, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, bros? And so, anyways, just to give you an idea of what we each look like and how it all came into play, you know, I want to really paint the details of the story for you. And so, anyways, we went to go, you know, start training. We went to go start sparring, start rolling, as we call it. And I was like, just so you know, man, don't you even worry about a thing, man. I'm a very light roll. I spar very lightly. I like to practice my technique. I spar light. I'm not going to go crazy on you and hurt you or anything like some of these other guys here. You know what I mean? And he was like, no, man, I'm not here for that, bro. I'm going to go hard at you. I want to choke you out. I'm going to go hard. I don't want that light stuff. I'm not here for friends. And I was like, whoa, bro, we're all friends here, man. We're all friends. You know what I mean? He's like, well, I'm not here for that. And I was like, man, if you want to be tough, you can go out in the street and be tough. I'll be tough out there too, you know, but in here, I'm trying to learn. And he was like, well, I'm not here for friends, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, man, well, let's roll, bro, you know. And I was a little bit cautious, of course, because I didn't want to, I don't know. You always got to be cautious with people like that, because that's how people get hurt. Most of the time when you get hurt, it's by the newer guys more so than the experienced ones, because experienced guys know what they're doing, you know what I mean? And so anyways, this guy has the audacity to come at me in such a manner. No, so anyways, I started playing bottom. I started playing guard, if you guys know what that is. You know, I'm on my back, keep the legs up, you know, in a, you know, I don't even know how to explain this. But anyways, whatever. you know, I try to get a little bit of wrist control on him, and he just starts doing like mean things, like things that you shouldn't do when you're just grappling with people. Like he started digging his elbows hard into my thighs, like, and not just digging them into my thighs, but like elbowing me in the thighs. He took his fist and like put it in my throat, and then he was like putting his fist like on my face, like on my eyeball and like on my cheek, and he's like, I see that's making you uncomfortable, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And I was like, all right, bro. That's apparently my impression of a douchey black guy, but whatever. He's like, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And like, to me, dude, I don't care. You can make me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I train in fighting arts, man. Make me uncomfortable. It doesn't make you win or anything. It just makes you look like a douche, and you're just agitating me, just irritating me, bro. And so, anyways, he kept doing really like just douchey things like that. And so finally, I was like, all right, bro. Well, you know, I've been training light with him, and so whatever, he's gonna keep doing this. So I take him, and you know, he slips up because he keeps, you know, acting this way, and so I throw him from the bottom. There's a sweep from a half guard sweep. If any of you guys do jiu-jitsu, there's half guard sweep. It's like a table type of sweep, and I throw it, but I use it not just to sweep him, I use it to throw him hard on his back. Like I throw him over my head onto his back, and he lands hard. You know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to be super sweet to this guy anymore. If he wants to go hard, I'll train hard, and I'm a very nice person, man. I'm super nice. Don't come in there treating everybody mean. You know what I mean? And so, you know, as soon as you throw somebody, a lot of their first instinct is to stand back up, right? Like, so if I threw you down right now, you'd want to stand back up immediately because you don't want to be on the ground. So as soon as I threw him, I used the momentum to kind of flip myself over and stand on my feet. And as soon as he hit the ground, I was already up. You know what I mean? And he looks at me and goes to stand, you know, goes to stand up. So when he goes to stand up, I, you know, pop his ankles up. So I grab his ankles from the back with both my hands, pop him up so he falls back down onto his back. And I grab one of his ankles for a little bit of control, and I'm standing up and he's on his back. I grab one of his ankles for a little bit of control, and with his other leg, this is not what you're supposed to do. This is not striking. This ain't TKD. This ain't Taekwondo, bros. He starts kicking me. He kicks me in my leg, in my knee, and in my manly man area where I, you know, I hold my wiener and my package at. You know what I mean? The place that you don't want people to be hidden. That's my wee-wee, bro. Come on. Kicks me there, bro. So, like, granted, I guess the normal thing to do would, like, pause the match and be like, bro, well, I don't know who would do this, but I guess if, from an outside perspective, while, like, people are like, why wouldn't you stop and be like, bro, you don't do that? You know why? Because these type of people need to be humbled a little bit, I think. I don't know. Because I already explained to him that that's not what we're doing, you know? So he kicks me, so I finally get a hold of his other leg. I toss him to the side of me, and I come down hard on top, so side control. So if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically, if you guys watch UFC or any type of wrestling or anything, side control is like, say somebody's laying down on their back, the other person will be on top of them, but like perpendicular to them, like chest on chest. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So like, my head would be by his left arm, my legs would be by his right arm, my chest would be on his chest, holding down in a controlling position. And I throw on an Americana. An Americana is a key lock. It's a shoulder lock. Where basically, okay, if you guys don't know what this is, Americana, if you don't know, it's a shoulder lock. It basically looks like, you know when a cop puts your hand behind your back? It's basically like that, except the opposite way. So it's like, it would be like your hand behind your head, but twisting your arm backwards. So like, take your arm and stick it out, bend at the elbow, and then rotate your arm backwards until your hand's behind your head. Does that make sense? Okay, it hurts, right? Perfect. So I do that to him. That's an Americana. He's not tapping. And also, when, you know, after training for so long, you kind of see how people feel. Like, you see how people are reacting. And some people, like, you catch them and you can feel, oh, this guy's going to give up. Or, like, it's like you can feel. They're either like, oh, he's got it. He's got it. I'll tap. Or they're like, oh, he's got it. I should escape. Or they're like, oh, my God, this guy's got me in this lock. I'm so angry. I'm going to get out of this and beat him up. And he was going with the third option. He was kind of, I could tell that he was becoming angrier. And so I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to let this guy go because he's going to go crazy on me. So I cranked the arm a little bit more, and he's not tapping. And I'm not trying to break this guy's arm. Of course, I'm not a mean guy. But I turn it into a wrist lock Americana. So I keep it all together, and I turn it into a wrist lock as well, where basically you're bending the wrist. So it's a wrist attack. The wrist will break at this point, okay? So I turn it into that, and I crank it a little bit because this guy's being a douche, man. And I crank it a little bit, and he goes, and he's like, oh, F word. I'm not going to swear because I don't swear on here for you guys. I'm going to say F words, but I'm going to bleep them out. I'm going to censor them, okay? He's like, oh, F word. And everybody in the academy, like, looks over at us. He's like, get the fuck off me, man. Get the fuck off me. Get off me. Get the fuck off me. Get off. And I was like, whoa, crazy guy. I didn't say that, but he was like, get off me, man. You just need to get off. And he balls up his fists. So I thought he was going to hit me. And so me being the gentleman that I am, you got to know how to read people. It surprised me how many people don't know how to read people. This guy's obviously a cocky, arrogant kind of a douche, you know what I mean? So as soon as he started going crazy and he like balled up his fist, gets up, like he rolls over, gets up to his knees, like he's about to stand up, and I'm kind of like crouching. Like I put one hand out as like a friendly gesture kind of thing, like a calming, soothing gesture, but also I put my hand out because I think this guy's going to start hitting me. So I put my hand out. And I'm like, whoa, bro, are you okay? I didn't mean to hurt you. If I did, you're very tough. I did not think that move would work on you. Are you alright? You're very, very tough, very strong guy. And I compliment this guy because these type of people, I feel like you need to feed their ego a little bit. Me, myself, I think that I'm pretty good in social situations and I read people pretty well. And certain people need different things to, like, quell their anger or to satisfy them, whatever, you know what I mean? And this guy is the type of guy you can tell he wants people to look at him like the alpha male, you know what I mean? So immediately I lowered myself because I'll lower myself, and this is something that a lot of people need to learn. You need to lower, like, pride gets in too many people's, you know, ways. It blinds you, dude. So I will lower myself and I was like, bro, you are so strong, you're very tough, man. I didn't think that move would work. Are you alright? You know, I put my hand out because I think he's going to start hitting me is what I thought because this dude was like furious, man. But dude, you want to go hard, man? We'll go hard then. You know what I'm saying? And anyways, so basically he's like, you know, get off me, swearing at me and stuff. One of the instructors comes over and is like, hey, you need to stop swearing. You know, if you hurt, say tap, whatever, what happened. And, you know, he explained the situation. I explained the situation. The guy, you know, chimed in or whatever. Or, you know what, actually, the guy explained the situation. Then afterwards, I had to explain what actually happened. And my instructor was like, yeah, well, man, you just need to, you know, tap. You don't need to be swearing in here, whatever. Also, don't try to tough it out. You're not going to tough it out through these submissions. You need to be humble and, you know, tap out if you're hurting or whatever. And that's what happened. Then the dude looks at me. The black dude was like, yeah, man, you only did that because that's all you could get because I was too tough. Blah, blah, blah. That's the only reason why you did that cheap move. I was like, bro, you're just very tough, man. Yeah, that's... Plus, it was there, but whatever, you know. Let's ignore the fact that I'm the best ever. but no, seriously, though, man. So that ended up happening. He just caused a big scene, a big commotion, and the rest of the night, people were, like, asking me what happened, like, what had happened with him, why was that all going down, and my response was basically a quick story of how he wanted to go rough, and he was doing mean things, and once I went rough with him, he got upset, basically, and he tried to act like, he was like, oh, my wrist is broken. Man, I didn't feel no pop. It didn't pop at all. His wrist is fine. Put some ice on that thing, you know what I mean? And, yeah, man, so, really just stupid, really, really dumb, and, everybody else's response, including my instructor's response, was, oh yeah, that's how he's acting, you know? He came in here with the attitude of, I'm not here to make friends type of attitude, and, you know, I'm here to train hard and choke you out. That type of attitude does not fly, man. I'm sorry, bro. But every one of my peers in there was like, good, do it again next time. Next time you roll with him, do it again. And I was like, dang, like, I'm not trying to hurt nobody, you know what I mean? I would much rather, when he said, I'm not here for friends, I would much rather say, well, I'm your friend now. Let's be friends. You're here for friends. You can't, you know what I mean? Like, I'd much rather be that guy than the guy who's going to hurt somebody to teach him a lesson. You know, I don't like that too much. Do I think that people need physical repercussions? Yes, I do, which is why he got it. But I'd much rather be the guy who's like, oh, you don't want friends? That's too bad, because now I'm your friend. Here's my number. Call me, and you can talk to me about your broken wrist. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. So that basically happened. And then at the end, like, after class, he was like, I was like, hey, man, how's your wrist? You all right? I'm sorry about that. And he was like, it's okay. And that's pretty much how it ended. And you know what, man? Like, I don't know why you would even act like that. So, like, in life, man, first off, make sure you know how to read people. Just go out to, like, a very public place and just talk to, like, 100 people and just get a feel for people, you know what I mean? Everybody's different. Everybody has different things that, you know, I don't know. You know, whatever. And also, don't be a douche. Don't go into a place and say, I'm not here for friends. Everywhere you go, make it your goal to be there for friends. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you get beat up. All right? That's the moral of the story. Anyways, that was, like, a story time about an angry black man that try to beat me up. That I don't know, man. But jeez, bro, people are crazy. People are ridiculous, man. I'm not sure. I'm really tired though. I'm gonna go to bed. I've been up since forever, and I love you guys a ton. If you want to leave some love on this video, go ahead. I don't know, man. YouTube's a weird place. One video will get 2,000 views. The next video gets 300. Doesn't make any sense. If you made it to the end of the video, go ahead and say balls. That's funny. So that's what I want you to say. Love you guys a ton. You guys are beautiful people. Leave some love. I would appreciate it. Let me know of any of your experiences where you dealt with an unreasonable person or something. And that's it. Alright, love you guys a ton. Subscribe if you're new. And I am overt and out.